couple things where we're falling behind on is that de-escalation. And sometimes it's not good drug therapy, and sometimes it's not our fault. And what I mean by that is, if we get cultures and sensitivities back in a timely fashion, we can look at those and make very patient-specific decisions about a more narrow antibiotic, so we're not giving everybody these really broad-spectrum drugs that are going to develop resistance over time. In some institutions, there's a large time lag between when the cultures are drawn and when you get the results back. So those patients are on that broad-spectrum antibiotic longer. And then there's always the issue of getting physicians to de-escalate, because if they've gotten 2 or 3 days of the broad-spectrum antibiotics and they're getting better, there's that hesitancy to change to something more narrow spectrum. My patient's getting better, I don't want to change. But in reality, the right thing to do is to change to that more narrow therapy. But it's that time of getting that culture and sensitivity back that's critical for us, if we get that back in time. The other thing I think that we could do a much better job in, and I didn't realize this until the presentation I heard yesterday, there was a study showing that we don't do a very good job in preventing duplication of antimicrobial coverage. I think there's a tendency to do a lot of what we call double coverage when it's not necessary. The evidence for that is not as good as evidence for single type therapy. So I think we do a lot of overprescribing. There was a high percentage of patients getting duplicative therapy that was unnecessary in the study that was described. That's concerning. It makes me want to go back and look at our institution, make sure we're not doing that, and I bet we are. So the current status is we're doing a lot of good things. A lot of antimicrobial stewardship programs are just getting off the ground. Some are very advanced, but there's a tremendous room for improvement. Very few places are at that robust level of everything the CDC talks about that you should be doing.